Chicago. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
21-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hogan, he'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
13-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hogan. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And the Bears are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Ball carrier.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Then the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. They face a third down, 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it, Montgomery. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Draw play. Cohen.
Number 20.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This is Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Buck 16-yard line.
From the gun, Hogan. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hogan's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
Operating from the gun. Hogan quickly into the hands of Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Hogan. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down. Hogan in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Matt Nagy willing to settle for 3. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size there and float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing on first down. Hogan. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up second and
so 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we reach halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts it.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was taken down.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Rosen on the
last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That's caught by Montgomery. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Rosen. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Terrell Basham drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
He goes again. Khalil Mack. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Ball carrier.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll go down, and that will do it.
for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier. Josie Jewell on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's McGee. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Buccaneers.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try again with Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Hogan now. The screen pass here to Cohen. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
25-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as